Welcome to The Explainer. We're always told that building a startup is this huge, high-stakes gamble, something only for people who are willing to risk everything. But what if it didn't have to be that way? Today, we're diving into a platform called Female Switch, and they're trying to turn that whole gamble into a game that pretty much anyone can win.
I mean, let's be real. The startup world is famously brutal. It's a place where most new businesses just don't make it, and they often take a lot of personal savings down with them. But imagine, just for a second, if there was a way you could learn all the ropes, test out your big ideas, and build a serious set of skills, all without betting the farm?
So the story of Female Switch really begins with its founder, and yeah, the very provocative title she gave herself. To really get what this company is all about, you've got to understand her journey first.
And that journey? It kicked off with a feeling I think a lot of us can relate to. That deep, nagging desire to just break free from the typical career path and build something that was truly hers, on her own terms.
Okay, so why mean? Let's get right to it. It's not about being nasty or anything like that. It was actually a direct response to people calling her names, telling her she wasn't being nice and obedient just for speaking out about the lack of diversity. So instead of shrinking back, she just owned it. She turned what was meant to be an insult into a total source of power. And her path was anything but a straight line. It was all about these smart pivots, all driven by that one clear goal. Get this, she earned 5 university degrees just to avoid a standard office job. Then she hit the ceiling with her own one-person business, and that's what finally pushed her to leap into the tech world, where she really found her calling.
That same resilience is literally baked into the company's DNA. Female Switch itself was born from a big no. When a government grant fell through, the team didn't quit. No way. They just decided to bootstrap it and build the entire game using no-code tools. They basically proved their own core lesson. You don't always need a ton of money to bring a really powerful idea to life.
And that scrappy learn-as-you-go spirit wasn't just a one-time thing. Oh no. It evolved into a whole new way of thinking about building a business. They have a name for it: gamepreneurship.
All right, so let's break this down. Gamepreneurship. What is it? Well, the core idea is to take that whole scary, intimidating process of building a business, from the first spark of an idea all the way to launch, and chop it up into a series of steps that are playable, educational, and, this is the most important part, completely risk-free.
So what does that actually feel like when you're using it? Well, for starters, you get an AI co-founder called PlayPal that acts as a safe space to bounce your ideas off of. Instead of having to learn everything at once, you unlock these little skill modules exactly when you need them. And this is the real kicker, it hammers home that #1 startup rule. Sell it before you build it. Make sure you actually have customers before you spend a single dime. Okay, so those are the big ideas behind it, but what does the game itself actually look like? Let's walk through what it's like to be a virtual founder on this platform.
Your whole journey is broken down into 5 main stages. You kick things off in the sandbox, just playing with ideas next to your AI partner. Once you've got a concept you like, you head to the skill lab to learn what you need to do next. Then the real fun begins. You actually build and grow your virtual company. It even has its own little economy, a marketplace where you can use game tokens to get expert help or even earn tokens by selling your own skills to others. And the whole time, you're building up a live certificate of everything you've accomplished. And see, it's not just about ticking off boxes on a to-do list. It's about actually winning. There's a super clear, motivating goal. Grow your company, level up your virtual office, and climb your way to the top of the FMS tower to become a star player in the whole community.
Now, this is all cool, but it's way more than just a fun simulation. This whole platform is designed to tackle some very real, deep-rooted problems in the startup world.
And this slide really gets to the heart of the problem they're trying to solve. The old way, the traditional path, means taking on massive financial risk and trying to break into the classic boys' club to get funding. The FMS way just completely flips that script. We're talking zero financial risk and a community that's built from day one to be supportive and inclusive for women.
And look, the need for this isn't just about being fair. It's about building way better businesses. The data on this is crystal clear. First off, diverse teams bring in a 33% increase in profit. That is not small change.
And it goes way beyond the bottom line. Those exact same teams, they see a 57% jump in collaboration and engagement. That means you're creating healthier, more innovative places to work.
But here's the biggest number of all. It comes from the top. When companies have over 30% women in executive roles, their overall performance skyrockets by a whopping 62%. I mean, come on, the numbers really do speak for themselves.
And this isn't just some theory. The demand is absolutely there. An early pilot program pulled in hundreds of applications, and a huge chunk of them became active users almost immediately. It just proves that women are ready and eager for a new way to build.
And you can really see the profound impact this has on individuals. Just listen to this from one user, Marique. She said the platform helped her get over those common hurdles like perfectionism and just not starting. You know, the exact things that cause so many brilliant ideas to die on the vine.
So at the end of the day, this is about something so much bigger than one-person startup. The real goal here is to build an entire pipeline of skilled, confident, resilient founders to fundamentally change the answer to the question, who gets to build the future of technology?
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. When you remove those old traditional barriers, the risk, the funding, the access, what incredible new ideas and innovations suddenly become possible? And maybe more importantly, who are the new builders who will bring them to life?